Hi, my name's Kit Whistler, and welcome to today's camp. Behind me is Sunshine. That's the name of that big orange machine. She gets me around. We're down a 4x4 road up way high in the mountains. It's green, it's quiet, there are birds, and I saw elk scat up the hill. You can feel like you're the last person alive up in places like this, and I like that. I like that feeling. Today, I wanted to talk to you about how I move about the world, because it's something I get asked a lot. It is also a strange way to move about the world. Not strange in like a bad way, just strange in that it's not usual, and I like things that are not usual, so I like my way of doing it. I'm a nomad by nature and by habit. I travel around and wind up in places like these. That's what I do with my life. All of my kitchen stuff is in here. When people stop you in a parking lot, they like to ask what you do, because we live in America, and that's the first question you ask people here. So when you tell people you travel in the parking lot, what they usually assume is that you're living this constant life of picking destinations and kind of zooming towards them. Because I think that's what people do on vacation. A vacation is, I'm here and I want to be as far away from here as possible. So I'm going to choose a place all the way over there and head towards it with blinders on, get there, and now I'm away and I'm enjoying my time. The thing is that for me, this isn't a vacation. So I have here. That's what I have. Typically, I choose a not very large area and I kind of pretend like I live in that zone for that time period. So it'll be, I don't know, a month-long period, a 6-week period, and I'll say, okay, I'm going to be in Colorado. People will join me on social media and be like, oh, you must live in Colorado. And it's like, well, right now, yeah. And then in 6 weeks, I'll live somewhere completely differently. And that's not typically what people think of when they think of travel, right? That's what they think of when they think of living somewhere. I made a salad and sausage and potatoes for lunch. I've had people in my life tell me that I eat Midwestern, but I think that it's because I don't eat super multicultural. I don't eat global cuisine as often. I make simple cuisine that I believe is actually the most global. I don't season my food, really. I use salt. So it's kind of primitive global, if you will. It's like how many people throughout history have sat on the side of a hill like this, eating a bitter green and some kind of tuber situation, potato, dandelion root. Probably in most places of the world, some kind of primitive person has eaten some form of this exact meal. Now, I didn't get this meal from this hillside. I didn't literally pick it, but the style of it, this is how lunch is supposed to be. That was a bit of a ramble. That was off topic a little bit, but sometimes I feel judged about my meat and potatoes diet. The kind of travel I like is where you feel like you're living in an area for a while. So right now, I'm living in Colorado. Am I a resident of Colorado? No. Am I traveling through Colorado? Yes. Will I be here long enough to watch the change of a season? Watch the plants grow up in the summer and then die back a little before fall? I will. And I really like that. There's something about this cycle where I'm not just capturing a place for a moment in time, but I'm capturing it over a longer period of time. There's a connective feeling to that, and I enjoy that. Having the best of what the world has to offer in any given season is one of the benefits of staying nomadic. It's definitely something that sedentary culture gave up in settling in one place. Right now, at 9,000 feet, it's beautiful. In another 6 weeks, not so much, and I won't be here anymore. And that's part of the beauty. This is what humans and birds and large mammals of all kinds have gotten to enjoy for thousands of years. And I love that. Yes, everything I own is this color. No, it's not on purpose. I guess what I've been learning today is that travel can be many things, and there is a type of travel that allows you to connect with reality more deeply. It's more about being here or getting to know a new area in a way that normalizes it to you. It makes it less lofty in your mind and more real. And that's the kind of travel that I enjoy. I think that there is a kind of travel that makes everything seem surreal. It almost doesn't even feel like it's on Earth. It feels like you jetted over to some other alien planet that exists, and when you leave, it doesn't exist anymore. I see the value in that. But the way that I travel, in the way that travel can be, if you want it to be, is an experience that makes all of the world seem more real. And I like that. I think that being familiar with the entire country that I call home is something comforting to me. I want to be familiar with every region and know it to a certain depth, and then I feel like I am a citizen. And I think that to me it's hard to call a place home if I don't have a certain knowing, experience knowing, not reading about it in a book, but actually living it. So getting to live up here in these mountains for this time period, I can know its smell. I can know its colors and the way that the wind moves at a certain time of day. And it's then that that place becomes a home to me. And I can say I know it well enough that I've called the Rocky Mountains home. And that's why I live the way that I do. Is so that I can one day call the whole country home and be a true citizen of all of the landscapes. I like asking why, so I'll probably keep thinking about this question, but I appreciate you thinking through that with me throughout the day today. And thanks for traveling with me. I'm gonna watch the sunset. Good night.